I'm Jonathan Silva De Leon, aka BRSKI, and I am a DJ/producer. It's crazy. So I remember what really got me into DJing was really just music. I grew up in a music family, just growing up and everything like that. Then growing up, I learned how to play several instruments just by watching my friends as well, family. I remember one of the first instruments I learned how to pick up was a saxophone. Then when I did saxophone and all that through band and everything, as time went on, I eventually got out of band due to other circumstances and everything like that. And then I remember one time I went to my friend's house, shout out to Oscar and Brandon. When I went into their house, and what's crazy was inside their basement they had a set of CDJs, and I did not know what this was at the time. And that's when I fell in love with it, and that's when we just played music for hours and hours and hours, and we sounded horrible, I'm not even gonna lie. We sounded absolutely trash, but it was just so much fun, and we just fell in love with it. Then shortly after, that's when I first learned what EDM was. Whenever, my mother bought me this Xbox that my uncle actually owned, and it had a whole bunch of EDM music and everything like that on it. And I didn't know what any of it was. I remember the first thing he told me was he's like, yeah, there's some music on there. I don't think you're gonna like it. It's different. And then I remember when I first heard it, I was like, I think it was Designer Drugs or something like that. And I just immediately fell in love with it. I'll play Zombies all night and stuff like that. Just be bumping it. My mom would be like, yo, turn that off, it was great. It was such a good time. Then shortly after, my mom found this controller that we got at a garage sale, and I remember she got it for me, just the smallest, littlest thing, it was only a $20, I think it was a mixed track 2. Dude, that thing, I was straight, it was probably my most prized possession ever, dude. If I had to give up, there's one thing I did not want to give up as a child and stuff like that, and I would choose to never give up, it would probably be that mixed track 2. All I did was just hours and hours and hours of just playing on that, and don't tell anyone, but I may be ripped virtual DJ. But yeah, and that's what I just did for hours, just playing on the mix track 2. Then one of my biggest influences growing up was definitely Skrillex and Avicii as well. Skrillex and Avicii, I remember when that whole, when that was happening, that's when that whole dubstep era came. Yeah, that's what first of the year, Monsters Night Sprites. I just fell in love with it. I was like, dude, what was this? Exactly, yeah, Flux Pavilion, dude. It was fucking great. They're someone called 911 now. It was dude, it was fucking dope. Then then shortly after that, as soon as I found out what they were, I just kept following it. And that's when I went to my first EDM show. It was in Far, Texas, and it was called Winter Fantasy, and it was pretty crazy because for listening to a whole bunch of dubstep and everything like that, it was actually a hard style show, which was something I never ever experienced in my life, but I'm so glad I did. It was probably one of the coolest experiences ever. Then that's when once I found out yo, there's more to EDM than just dubstep and trap and stuff like that. That's how I just immediately fell in love with just how much more there is to learn and how much more there is out there. Then as just time went on and stuff like that, I started learning about just other artists that especially one for sure that stuck me forever. That's still a big influence and inspiration to me is Keizo. I love his sound. I love everything he stands for. He's one of the main reasons why now I'm gonna be going to Icon Collective in a few months as well, just because I just love just who he is and just what he stands for. And just one of the big things he really harps on is just this whole music thing. It's a journey. It's not really so much a race, it's a journey, because as you find yourself through the music, you're finding yourself for yourself as well, if that makes sense, So it's definitely just one of those things. It's just definitely one of the biggest influences in music for me for right now. Oof, if I'm not DJing, what am I doing? I'm gonna be honest with you. I have this thing on my phone. It's called the Sonic app. I think it's kind of dangerous how they put a Sonics. You're talking about 3 minutes, 3 minutes away from where I live. I'll tell you, they'd be killing me if you're watching this, Sonics. If this does get to you, please, I'm just telling you, I love your Master Blasters. I wouldn't mind getting sponsored, for the rest of my life. That'd be great. Yeah, if I'm honestly, if I'm not DJing, I'm either really just out of Sonics, just killing ice cream as it is. Yeah, eating it, destroyed it. Yeah, Butterfingers, my favorite. That or just really just out and about. I like to go. What I really like to do is I like to go to parks and stuff like that, and just go to random places in nature and just sit down. And what I'll do is I'll bring a recorder with me, and I'll bring all the sounds and I'll record them. then after I get a whole bunch of recordings and like that, I'll go back to the studio and as well just get all the sounds I can and just try to manipulate them and just alter them as much as I can to use for my tracks and stuff like that I'm producing. Because one of the main things I really want to get into is, especially for my future bass tracks that I'm hoping to release soon, I really want to like involve and incorporate a lot of organic sounds and make it very natural as well. You know what I mean? Because like one of the main things is like when you get true sounds like that, it's just like, I don't know, I feel like it's just so genuine and just like, I don't know, like it's like.
So should we expect a sample pack coming out soon too?
Hopefully soon. I'm thinking. Yeah, I'm thinking soon. I'm hoping so. Hopefully, roughly around like September. You know, I mean September, October timeframe. It'll be great. Like I just can't wait. You know.
So you familiar with Cymatics?
Yes.
Yeah, bro.
Yes.
I remember their Walmart pack.
Yeah. Yeah, I love Cymatics. I love Cymatics so much, and especially the amount of content they release, and especially for free too, for like producing or anything like that to use and everything. Like I think it's just so great. Like that's one of my biggest motivations, especially for this sample pack I'm hoping to release in the future, and as well just going out in nature and just recording like just the videos they release and just the content as well, because they're very big on just like being more than just a producer and just getting out of the studio as well, just incorporating so many unorthodox things. I think it's just great, you know. The equipment I'm using right now currently is headphones. I'm using Pioneer HD7s. I really like them. I like how they're really turnable and stuff like that. Very flexible. You don't have to worry about them breaking or anything like that. Very durable as well, because like, you know, it's like doing this, but watch this. Rip. Just imagine that it'll work. Nah, I really like them. They're very durable and everything like that. And just definitely, I just like the aesthetic of it, you know. So just definitely one of my main things. Then for my board, I use a DDJ 1000, Pioneer DDJ 1000. I really like it because I believe you should prepare for battle, and especially prepare how you're about to play. So definitely what I really like about this is the aesthetic of it is just like CDJs. You know, I mean, you could adjust the jog wheel. So if you wanted to get it really slow, you could get it very slow. But if you want to get it really fast, one of my main things you'll see in my mix is that I really like to echo out. So when you do that, it definitely has some more hang time to it. So I really like that as well. Then just definitely just listening to the effects knobs as well. You could turn the amount of effects just like it would be on a CJ, and as well to what beat that would be. It would be the 3 beats, 1 beats, 2 beats, or 4 beats as well. And you could turn it on and off just like you would as a CDJ. I really like that, and as well the loops. You turn it in, then out. You turn it off, and then turn it back on. I really like that as well. Then just as the one things, the really big things. The main thing I would say I really like is that you have these little screen in the middle of the jog wheels. Then it shows you the waveforms along with the cue points, just so you don't have to worry about so much about looking at your computer. And as well, you could look down here and just press it. Then once you press it and you're on the cue point, you can just beat match it by ear. So that helps a lot, especially when playing those CDJs. And there's one thing there's one board I could recommend. I definitely would recommend this one for anyone looking in the market. It's a little bit pricey on the other side. It ran me for roughly $1,100, but I promise you it's a great investment. It will definitely pay itself forward within due time. And even if just recently too, besides the DDJ 1000, there's the DDJ 800 that just dropped by Pioneer DJ, and practically the same thing, just without 4 channels, and it's only 2. And the one thing I would say too is definitely get a 2-channel controller first too. Just practice just transitioning just the basics, and we'll double drop, and then once you do that, definitely move into 4 channels or anything like that, so you don't have to get the craziest thing right away. I definitely just start with the basics. I have to say probably it would be honestly my first one. I remember I played at Open Decks. I played at Open Decks at the Riot Room in Kansas City, and it was just like it was crazy. I was so I was prepping for it for months, just getting it ready and everything like that. It was my first live performance, my first time ever playing somewhere out of the bedroom. You know what I mean? Like I was so used to just playing in my room, just jamming out by myself. But like I felt like it was like this is like my first time ever doing something like this. So it was really important to me, just because it was it's gonna help me grow in so many ways and stuff like that, to really get out there and do more. And I remember when I first got there and stuff like that, I thought there was gonna be like a whole bunch of people. There was gonna be like stacked to the door and everything like that. Then when I got there, No one, no one. There was absolutely no one there but the bar staff and everything like that. And I remember, right when I was about to go on, I thought no one was gonna come. Then I remember the only people that came out were my best friends. It was just a small little group and stuff like that. And I probably had that was probably like that was the funnest set and the funnest night of my life. And that's when it really hit me that no matter if you have a huge audience, a small audience, big venue, small venue, it's not about you. It's about the music and just the vibe you share and the emotions you share with the people you're playing for, and as well sharing those moments with. So that was probably like the most memorable one in my life, because I felt like out of all the performances I played, I tried my best to learn from them, and I feel like from that one specific one I learned the most, and that's really helped me as an artist and just as a person in general. And just that's probably the one performance I could say I got the most growth from, and definitely something that'll stick in my mind forever. You know what I mean? I just want to say to my friends, just thank you for everything. I wouldn't be here today without y'all, and y'all truly are a blessing, as well just with everyone in the EDM community, just as well, just everything we created here, just the atmosphere along with the people in it. We definitely created something amazing, and I'm just happy to be a part of this. And definitely this community itself is just a family I've always wanted. So to be able to be a part of this and give back to it is just amazing. So huge shout out to not just my best friends and everyone really close to me, but shout out to everyone as well in the crowd, and just everyone in general that wants to be a part of this. And if you don't know about it, definitely reach out. You know what I mean? Like it's definitely an amazing thing, and it wouldn't be without what it is today without y'all. So thank y'all for everything. Love y'all. This Friday, May 10th, I have After Hours back-to-back with Riptide. Super excited. We're definitely trying our best to bring more to it, as well bring something that we've never done before. You know, it might be live instruments, might be the saxophone I was talking about later, but who knows, you know what I mean? Then as well on June 1st, probably my biggest one up to date, I say the EDM regional showcase in Wichita, Kansas. Super excited for that one. Not just to be playing at it and just be playing with the rest of the amazing DJs and be playing the night, but because as well all the earnings I will be making as well. And as well, I'll be going live on Facebook Live, and for every like and share on that post, and so that will be money, will be $1 donated towards the BBR Mental Health and Behavior Fund as well. I'm just super excited just to be able to get that going, and especially give back to y'all. Just like I said, I want to be able to give back as much as y'all giving me. So I'm super excited for that. Stay tuned. You know what I mean? It'll be great things. I can't wait to see y'all soon. Yeet.
Are you ready for the? Make this. Switch.
Who I am. Back in high school, I used to bust into the dance. Now I hit the FBO with doubles in my hands. I did half a Zan, 13 hours till I land. Had me like a light, 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 like a light. Yeah, Pastor Dawson, Sally's in the Texas and the kites. Yeah, he said keep that on like I say, you know this shit is tight. Yeah, like a light, like a light, like a light, like a light, like a light. Slip through the flight. For the night, 767 man, this shit got double bedroom, man. I still got school to settle, man. I'm like a light, 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 like a light,
Demons in my head, bitch.
Bitch, I'm on a rampage. 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 Bitch, I'm on a rampage.
Nobody's ready for the shutdown.
And hear me out. I know that we were made to break, so what? I don't mind. You cue the lights, I'll draw the blinds. Don't dull the sparkle in your eyes. I know that we were made to break, so what? I don't mind. Are you gonna stay the night? Are you gonna stay the night? Are you gonna
old crap over and over again.
Sounds like Terror Squad.
Spaces of our conversation, and you don't even know how well I read your mind. So what's it gonna take, and will your desperation find a little comfort in my
in with a saw. Walk in, try real flare. Ooh, fuck a nigga bitch, don't care. Damn, throwing up racks in the air. Damn, told a bit, Lil Pump, yeah. Ooh, damn, I just broke my wrist. 100 on my wrist, can't tell me shit. Pop foes and I fuck a nigga bitch. Never went to cause I was looking for the bricks. Hey, y'all came up with a sauce. Damn, yeah, so crack in the halls. Damn, Lil Pump is on top. Damn, gave my mom 2 Glocks. Damn, everybody do wanna beat me. Looking at my neck and it's Fiji. Ooh, damn, everybody do wanna beat me. Looking at my neck and it's Fiji. Ooh, y'all came in with a sauce. Ooh, y'all came in with a sauce. Yeah, bitch, I flat red wrong. Yeah, bitch, I flat red wrong. Yeah, y'all came in with a sauce. Ooh, y'all came in with a sauce. Ooh, bitch, I flat red wrong. Yeah, y'all came in with a sauce. Y'all came in with a sauce. Y'all came in with a sauce. Y'all came in with a saw. Hold up.
Club action. What? Get your ass on the floor. Get your ass on the floor. Club action. I said get your ass on the floor. What? Club action. What? Get your ass on the floor. Get your ass on the floor. Club action. I said get your ass on the floor. What? Club action. What? Get your ass on the floor. Get your ass on the floor. Club action. I said get your ass on the floor. What? Club action. What? Get your ass on the floor. Get your ass on the floor. Club action. I said get your ass on the floor. 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 Ain't no stopping, we dropping it.
purple Lamborghini lurking. Ain't no mercy, ain't no mercy. Huh. Got that purple Lamborghini lurking. Rose, flooded Rolex at the Grammy Awards. They still selling dope, that's those Miami boys. Killers everywhere, it ain't no place to run. Forgive me for my wrongs, I have just begun. Huh.
The ghosts are coming closer, Mr. Vaughn.
Forgive me for my wrongs, I have just begun.
All over the
5-star. Why did you let me go?
Everything that you thought I would be is falling apart right in front of you. Every step that I take is another mistake to you. And every second I waste is more than I can take. I become so numb, I can't feel you there. Become so tired, so much more aware. I'm becoming this. All I want to do is be more like me and be less like you. And I know I may end up staying.
Yeet.
Oh, yeah.